Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you had to stay silent, even though you were filled with frustration inside? Or maybe you felt there was so much you needed to say, but deep down, you knew that speaking up would only make things worse. The truth is, in life, sometimes staying silent is the smartest choice. There are moments when speaking out only makes things messier. And then there are moments when silence is the only way to maintain dignity, protect relationships, or simply avoid falling into traps and spirals of unnecessary trouble. So, what do you think? In which situations should we pretend to stay silent to avoid being dragged into pointless arguments? Wise people always understand this, and so should you. Let's dive into 5 scenarios where staying silent can help you take control and prevent things from spiraling out of control before it's too late. 1. When conflict erupts, silence to maintain harmony. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt that one more word could ignite everything? Oh no, that feeling is like an emotional tornado, isn't it? Both you and the other person are on edge, and just one word could push things to the brink. But do you know what's more important in that moment? It is silence. Silence is the ability to control yourself when emotions are running high. When conflict breaks out, silence becomes your most powerful tool to avoid falling into the trap of impulsive, emotion-driven words. It helps keep the situation from escalating further. It's like a shield that prevents you from getting swept up in the chaos of the argument. The reality is, in moments of conflict, very few people can stay calm and think clearly before reacting. It's those rushed, thoughtless words that often cause irreparable damage. Have you ever regretted something you said in anger? Most likely, yes. By staying silent, you give yourself a chance to pause and breathe, avoiding being consumed by negative emotions. This isn't about being weak or running away from the issue. It's about taking the time to deeply think about what's happening and figure out the best way to address it. If you speak in the heat of the moment, you're only adding fuel to the fire without solving anything. So, why silence? Because silence gives you the opportunity to maintain respect and keep a clear mind, rather than letting emotions take over. Silence is your chance to step back from the argument, regain control of yourself, and see the problem from a different perspective. As Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you that harms you, but how you react to it." Exactly. If you don't react impulsively, you'll not only avoid hurting yourself but also maintain respect for others. To handle conflict maturely, you need to learn to wait for the right moment, when both sides have calmed down. Silence is an art of self-restraint and wisdom. The truth is, wise people understand there are times when you need to stay silent to listen, reflect, and preserve your dignity. If you can't change the situation, at least change the way you react to it. Always remember, when you find yourself on the verge of a heated argument, don't rush to speak. Take a few seconds to think, and allow yourself to take control of your emotions before saying anything. Silence isn't just a choice, it's a strategy to protect yourself and maintain harmony. 2. When facing criticism, silence to uphold your value. Have you ever been caught off guard by unexpected criticism and felt an immediate urge to defend yourself? Oh no, why would they say that? You feel like you have to respond immediately to protect yourself, right? But if you've experienced this many times, you'll understand that not every situation calls for an immediate response. Sometimes, silence is the best answer, and here's why. When faced with criticism, our first instinct is often to defend ourselves. But did you know that reacting immediately often makes things worse? When you respond right away, emotions can cloud your judgment, and you might say something you'll regret, escalating the situation further. Silence, on the other hand, allows you to stay calm and view the issue more objectively. You don't have to respond to every criticism because not all of them are valid or worth your attention. Life experience shows that staying silent not only protects your emotions, but also helps you avoid unnecessary confrontations. Not all criticism holds value. What truly matters is your ability to maintain your attitude and composure. Remember, if you always feel the need to react, you'll easily get dragged into verbal battles that lead nowhere. But when you stay silent, you give yourself space to reflect and decide if what's being said is even worth your energy. Silence in the face of criticism helps you avoid unnecessary pain while maintaining the respect of others. Your calmness becomes a stronger response than any justification you could offer. At that moment, you don't need to prove yourself right. Others will see that you're not easily provoked, which makes you appear stronger. So, how can you apply this in your life? Don't worry, it's simple. When someone criticizes you, resist the urge to react right away. Take a deep breath, let your emotions settle, and only respond when you're truly calm. You'll be surprised at the power of silence. It gives you time to think clearly, control your emotions, and avoid saying things you'll later regret. Here's another practical tip. Don't let anyone shake your composure. When you stay silent and calm, you can offer a meaningful response if necessary. If not, let your silence show that you're mature enough to avoid pointless arguments. Silence in these moments is the wisdom of someone who is truly grown and insightful. 3. When others are angry, silence is strength. Sometimes, you'll find yourself in situations where someone is angry and just wants to say hurtful things to you. In these moments, you might feel uncomfortable, even tempted to fight back. But listen, from my own experience, I can tell you this. Silence is your greatest strength in situations like these. Oh, don't think silence is weakness or giving up. In reality, it's a sign of maturity. Think about it. When someone is angry, is there really anything you can say to calm them down? Any words from you in that moment will only add fuel to the fire. Their emotions are running high, and any reaction from you will just make things worse. Silence allows you to control yourself. You stay calm and don't let your emotions overpower your reasoning. And if you can master the art of silence, you'll realize it's not about avoiding the problem. It's about protecting yourself and stepping away from words that could hurt you. Often, words spoken in anger aren't even true. They're just emotional outbursts. So why let them hurt you? As Epictetus wisely said, it's not what happens to us that makes us suffer, but how we react to what happens. In this situation, the right reaction is silence. You don't have to respond immediately. Let things cool down first, and then you'll have the chance to talk things through clearly and calmly, without getting swept up in unnecessary emotional storms. You might think, oh, so should I just stay silent forever? No, not at all. Silence doesn't mean ignoring the issue. It means choosing not to let someone else's emotions control you. Silence lets you maintain your sense of self, unaffected by what others are saying. And once they've calmed down, you can share your perspective without fear of being hurt or creating more conflict. What's important here is that silence isn't weakness. It's self-control, calmness, and understanding of how to react. You don't need to explain or justify every word you say. And when you choose silence, you make others rethink their words, realizing that your silence isn't surrender, but self-mastery, something not everyone can achieve. 4. Facing rumors. Silence to dispel misunderstandings. In real life, have you ever been swept up in baseless rumors? It feels like everything is closing in on you. The unfounded gossip keeps spreading, and you have no idea how to handle it. Trust me, I've been there more times than I care to admit. But one thing I've learned for sure is this. Sometimes, silence is the most powerful way to dispel misunderstandings. There's no need to explain, no need to justify. Silence is an incredible display of self-control. Do you realize this? When you stay silent, you're not only showing strength, but also proving that you won't get dragged into someone else's games. Remember, people don't believe what you say. They believe what you do. If you want to prove yourself, don't let rumors force you into speaking up immediately. Actions are the true proof of your worth. Oh, I know what you might be thinking. But what do I do when everyone's heard those rumors? The truth is, the more you explain and justify, the more complicated things get. Let those baseless words fade into oblivion. By responding, you're giving rumors more oxygen to spread. But when you stay silent, you not only maintain your composure, but also show others that you don't care about their chatter. And that's true strength. Most importantly, silence is a sign of confidence. Strong people don't feel the need to explain themselves. They know that rumors are just shadows, intangible and powerless to shake them. You might not understand this right now, but take a step back and observe. Over time, your actions will speak louder than any words. Rumors won't last if you're strong enough to avoid fueling them. You'll never be able to squash all the rumors, but you can control how you respond. When you stay silent, you don't let those words invade your mind. Let your actions do the talking. Don't think you need to chase after explanations. What you need to do is show your worth through what you do and how you live. That's the mark of a wise person. So, there it is. Silence, in these situations, is the smart choice. Don't let rumors steal your peace. Silence isn't avoidance. It's total self-control. Let the rumors fade. Let the meaningless words drift away with time. Because, in the end, only actions reveal who's right and who's wrong. And when you stay silent, you'll come to realize something important. You don't need to do anything more. The people around you will come to see that you're not who they thought you were. 5. When you don't have all the facts, silence to observe and learn. Oh, have you ever been in a situation where you didn't fully understand what was going on, but you felt the need to speak up right away? Honestly, that's an easy mistake to make. When you're unsure of the situation, reacting immediately only makes things messier. In moments like these, staying silent is actually the smartest strategy. It gives you the chance to observe, gather information, and understand the situation more clearly. Think about it. If you react without enough information, you're just judging a situation you don't fully grasp. It's such a common feeling, isn't it? But when you stay silent, you give yourself the space to watch what's happening. The people around you, their words, their actions, they'll reveal more than you expect. You might even learn a lot from how others handle the issue, helping you make better, wiser decisions moving forward. Oh my, it's true. The beauty of silence is that you don't have to say much to understand a lot. Every conversation, every reaction, they're all pieces of a puzzle that help you see the bigger picture. When you stay silent, you can truly listen and view the situation from multiple angles without getting distracted by fleeting emotions. And when you can do that, your ability to analyze and decide becomes so much sharper. Now, you might be wondering, so why not just speak up and clear everything up right away? But remember this, hasty judgments lead to inaccuracy. Things aren't always as they seem, and silence saves you from unnecessary mistakes. Let time and observation guide you to a clearer understanding instead of rushing in with shallow explanations. Seneca once said, "When you are unsure, silence is a wise act." That's the key. When you're uncertain about something, be silent, observe, and learn. It's how you move from confusion to clarity. You'll find that silence isn't about withholding your voice. It's about preparing yourself to make smarter moves later on. So, when you don't fully understand what's going on, don't rush to speak. Stay silent, focus on listening, and observe. Only when you've gained clarity should you share your perspective. And remember, in these situations, pretending to be silent can sometimes be the wisest thing of all.